Hey everybody, Cinephile Mike here. We are in Season 4 of Award Season Reviews. 98 reviews in 98 days, counting down to the 98th Academy Awards. Quick reminder, before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single day of Award Season Reviews. We are now in the third week of the season, and it is Netflix week. This is my gift to you, a way to deal with some of the chaos of the holidays. No extra rentals, no hunting, just great movies you can fit in whenever you have a moment, streaming right at your fingertips. Moving along, I am talking about Netflix's Train Dreams. Based on the 2011 novella of the same name by Dennis Johnson, the film is co-written by the Oscar-nominated team behind Sing Sing, Clint Bentley and Greg Quidar, and directed by Bentley. The film premiered at Sundance in January of this year before moving to its streaming home this fall. Train Dreams traces the quiet life of Robert Grainier, played by Joel Edgerton, in and around Idaho, spanning much of the 20th century. Orphaned as a child and arriving in the area via the Great Northern Railway, Robert navigates a world defined by labor, hardship, and fleeting connections. His early years are marked by drift and aimlessness until meeting Gladys Olding, played by Felicity Jones, who becomes a central figure in his life and also makes him appreciate church a little more. Together they build a home along the Moyi River and start a family, with hopes of building on the land so Robert doesn't have to keep leaving for long spells of work. As Robert grows into adulthood, he moves between working on the railroad and seasonal logging, forming bonds with those he meets along the way while bearing witness to the hazards and injustices of his environment. Amongst the many people he meets, he forges a relationship with Arn Peoples, played by William H. Macy, an explosive expert on the trail. And unfortunately, tragedy and loss do punctuate Robert's life, shaping his understanding of the world around him and how not all things are as stable as we would like them to be. And despite these challenges, Robert continues to seek purpose, attempting to balance work, family, and personal reflection against the relentless passage of time and the unpredictable forces of nature and society. Now, in his later years, Robert adapts to the transformations of the modern world, finding new routines while reflecting on the life that he has lived, and one of the people to help is Forest Ranger Claire, played by Carrie Condon. His deep connection to the land and the people he has loved and lost remains central, offering a quiet meditation on memory, solitude, and the cycles of life. The film unfolds as a gentle, contemplative portrait of a man shaped by labor, love, and the landscapes he inhabits, ultimately capturing the enduring resonance of a life lived in observation and quiet reckoning. I'm going to say it, Joel Edgerton, he is a revelation in this role as Robert Grainier, delivering a performance defined by restraint and quiet power. It's often in his silences rather than dialogue that the emotional arc of his life becomes most palpable, allowing the audience to inhabit his perspective fully. The aging process is rendered with astonishing subtlety through Leo Corey Castellano's makeup design. At times, Edgerton seems seamlessly transformed across decades, giving the impression of careful digital enhancement without ever relying on it. Watching him inhabit these years so naturally, I found myself swept along by the quiet weight of his journey. And then there are the supporting performances, which add so much depth and resonance, even when brief. William H. Macy appears as a reflective mirror of what Robert's life could have been, offering a compact but emotionally rich counterpoint to Edgerton's grounded portrayal. I have to say, the reunification of Greg Quidar and Clint Bentley in this project is masterful. Bentley directs with a delicate touch, turning ordinary moments into profoundly human experiences. Bryce Dessner's score underlines these beats with precision, drawing out the poignancy of fleeting interactions and the reflective solitude that defines so much of Robert's life. Visually and thematically, the film is equally compelling. Adolfo Veloso's cinematography captures the sweeping landscapes of Idaho with both grandeur and intimacy, particularly in sequences that highlight Robert's constant motion through work and life. The narrative unfolds as a meditation on the American dream, showing a man striving for the best for his family despite setbacks and personal sacrifice. There's a poetic rhythm to the storytelling reminiscent of a living elegy for middle America in the post-World War I era, where labor and hope and quiet perseverance define the passage of decades. Through its performances, design, and imagery, Train Dreams turns a single life into a reflection on resilience, memory, and the enduring, human spirit. Now, let's talk about some box office and awards. As we know, it is sometimes rare to find those numbers for Netflix films, so I have no box office information on Train Dreams, but I can share that critically the film sits with a 95% tomato meter from 209 reviews and a 90% popcorn meter from over 50 audience reviews. Award season-wise, this film has over 100 nominations across the boards with over 24 wins already. Let's talk about some of these highlights. The film was named one of the top 10 films of the year by the National Board of Review, as well as receiving the prize for Best Adapted Screenplay. The film had 2 nominations at the Gotham Awards for Best Feature and Best Adapted Screenplay, 4 Astra nods for Best Picture Drama, Best Actor in a Drama for Edgerton, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Voice-Over Performance for Will Patton, who I didn't mention in the summary, but his vocals, glorious. It is also in the running for 5 Critics' Choice Awards, Best Picture, again Edgerton for Best Actor, again Best Screenplay, Best Cinematography, and Best Song for the title track for Nick Cave and Bryce Dessner. There are 4 Independent Spirit Award nods, Feature, Lead Performance for Edgerton, Director, and Cinematography. And it also has 2 Golden Globe nominations for Lead Drama Performance for Edgerton, and again for Cave and Dessner for Best Original Song. Now, as for its Oscar chances, I think these are its top categories. Edgerton is more than deserving of the Best Actor nod, Veloso for the cinematography, and Bentley and Cuidar could be back-to-back Best Screenplay nominees. So you never know. So, where do I land? This was a stunning film and a powerful 5-star watch. And if you haven't seen it yet, you know where it is. It's on Netflix. Thank you all for joining me for episode 16 of Award Season Review Season 4. We're going to be doing this every day, for the next 82 days. So please stay with me. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, drop your thoughts in the comments. You can follow me everywhere, social media platforms. I'm on Letterboxd. And of course, make sure you head over to my website, cinephilemike.com, for even more reviews and movie goodies. All right, I'm going to be back tomorrow with the next review, but until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.